Right, hello guys, and welcome again to this very one. Yes, the students of the University of Benin have staged a protest with regards to the ongoing Asuu strike, Academic Staff Union of University. They have staged that protest and they were asking questions. When am I going to see my class? The protest has been ongoing for quite some time, and as a matter of fact, it's the 90-day. The Asuu strike has been ongoing for 90 days in total. As a matter of fact, it's 92 days today. And these students have been home, for those number of days. 90 days they've been sitting at home. And the governor of Kaduna State was spotted in London, United Kingdom, where he went for his son's graduation. Okay, not only the governor of Kaduna State, we have almost all the governors of the state, okay, whose children are schooling abroad. These people don't have their children in Nigeria here. Not only the governors, we have the senators, we have the ministers, we have the members of the House of Representatives, members of the House of Assemblies. We have all of these politicians. They got their children schooling abroad. So they can't be bothered about Asuu strike. Nothing bothers them with regards to whether students are home for 120 days or 2 years. It's none of their business because their own children are studying abroad. This is quite sad. No one knows exactly what time or when precisely the Asuu strike is going to be called off, but people are busy. The politicians are busy with the 2023 presidential election coming. That's exactly what they are busy with now. They can't be bothered about all of those things. And they say the leaders, the youths, are the leaders of tomorrow. That's exactly what they said. This is quite sad. It shows clearly, because I say all the time on my video that these people do not care about you. They do not care about whether you are successful in life or not. They do not care about what bothers you. They do not care about what current situations you are facing. But what bothers them, what matters to them is their own selfish interest. It's what favors them. And when election comes around, it is same you people that will gather around them to start singing their praises here and there because they give you peanuts. Because they give you peanuts. They say youth are the leaders of tomorrow. I don't see that happening. I've been hearing that even before my father was born. They say youth are the leaders of tomorrow. But it's not happening. Even if it's going to happen, look at what the presidential nomination form speaks. Presidential nomination form 100 million. Governorship 50 million. So where is the youth going to get 100 million naira to purchase the nomination form for presidency? And yet we say youth are the leaders tomorrow. So I believe they deliberately decided to do that, to raise the nomination form price to that particular level, so that no youth will be able to purchase the form. When election comes, even before election comes, people have been gathering around, people have been, singing praises of the aspirant, the presidential aspirant now, because money is already changing their brain for something else. Students have been sitting at home for over 90 days now, and no meeting has been done. Nobody is sitting to discuss what the problems of Asuu is so that the strike can be called off. No one is talking about that. But everybody is busy visiting the nook and crannies of the country because presidential election is around the corner. They visit the local councils, they visit the traditional rulers, they visit the market people, they visit the youths, they visit the prisons, they visit almost everywhere. But they refuse to address the issue of the Asuu. They refuse to address the issue of the Asuu because they know they are not definitely going to benefit anything from the resumption of Asuu from the strike. The people that they think they can benefit from are the people they have visited. So they believe that the Obas, the traditional rulers they visited, will be able to converse, will be able to speak to the people of the community or the people of the town to support them with their votes. You know, they visit the local council because they believe they can speak to your head and you cast your vote for them. But your future doesn't matter to them. You know, doesn't matter to them. And that's why we see all the students, because they have been home for 3 months. You see rituals here and there. You see killings. You see robbery. You see different kinds of things, theft. You see different kinds of different kinds of horrible incidents happening because these students are sitting at home. They are not doing anything. Somebody who's supposed to spend 3 years in the university ends up spending 6 years because of the Asuu strike. These people do not bother about you. They do not bother about you. You vote today. What's going to happen tomorrow? Even if they get to that particular post, what's going to happen? What is it going to be? So, have you not voted before? You have voted on several occasions before. Where has it led you? But rather, things keep getting worse. 2015, we're singing praises as if we've seen a Messiah who is going to put an end to our problems in the country. But you'll be very surprised that rather for the problems to go down, it's already up. You know, it's quite shameful. It's really, really sad. And the governor of Kaduna State, not only him, it's just a case study because he's him that we have spotted. So he went to London himself and his wife to celebrate their son's graduation in London. You know, they can't be bothered. Not only him. Hardly will you find a governor in this country, Nigeria, that has his children schooling here. Even if they are schooling here, maybe 1 or 2 of them that are schooling here will be in the top private universities. Private universities they are, where there is no strike whatsoever. And they supply all their needs, all their necessities. They supply it. But you that has been voting for them, they can't be bothered about you. So why can't their children school here? Why can't their children school in Nigeria if the economies, if the education system of this country is good? No? If the education system of the country is good, they take your money to sponsor their children abroad. They take your money. You don't know what it means to pay a child's school fees in the United Kingdom. If your son or your daughter is in the United Kingdom schooling, you don't know how much money you're going to pay per session. You're talking about 24 to 25,000 pounds minimum for whatever courses you want to take. And if you are studying medicine, you are talking about ×2 or ×3 of that per year. So if you convert like 70,000 pounds to Naira, you know how much that is. It is your money. It is your money. It is your money. It's always very, very good for you to open your eyes and know that these people don't mean well for you. We have, even if you go to the, if the Asuu is called off and you are able to return back to school, right? If you graduate, where is the job? Where is the job? A lot of people go about with their certificates under their pillow with nothing to show for it. They turned cab driver, they turned Marua driver on the street level, a BSc holder or a master's degree holder. On several occasions I have seen in this country, master's degree holder, you know, driving the keke napep, what do you call it? Cab people selling ice cream in hold-ups. Graduate for that matter, but you refuse to learn lessons. You refuse to learn lessons. It is high time you open your eyes and wake up that if care is not taken, the way your parents suffered, you are going to suffer more. And the children coming behind you will do the same thing. If you like, say, what is he talking about? Say, he's just talking nonsense. Okay, no problems. Sooner or later, you will realize that people that have been talking about all of these things are not talking rubbish. They know exactly what they are talking about. In as much as your brain is not open enough to understand, to see clearly, a lot of people are there to help you open the brain so that you'll be able to see that trouble is coming your way. Take for instance, you spend 4 or 5 years in the university. 4 or 5 years in the university, you come out of the university, you can't get a job. Except you as a lady sleeps with the manager of a company before you can get a job. Is that a normal life? You struggle so hard to be able to get 50,000 or 60,000 a salary as a graduate. You think it's a normal life? And when people talk like this on the social media, talk to you about these things, you say they are talking rubbish. You say they are talking rubbish. 3 months out of your the number of years you want to spend at the university, what you have, it's not the only time. You're still going to strike more. There's going to be more strike. Even before this one, there's been strike before now, and there's one now. And before you graduate from that university, there will be more strikes. There will be more strike action. There is absolutely nothing you tend to do about it. It is high time for you to open your eyes and use to vote the right way. Vote the right way. I'm not supporting anybody this time. I'm not supporting anybody at all. Vote the right way. Vote your future. Okay? Vote your future. Don't forget that these state governors who send their kids abroad to study, the kids don't work. The rent, the feeding, the pocket allowance, the whatever allowance is given to them by their father from the country Nigeria here. So paying 24,000 for the school fees is just the basic. It's just the basic tuition fee. We have all other things they need to pay for accommodation, feeding, this and that. All of those things come from Nigeria here. You know how many students, how many international students are there in the United Kingdom or America studying, whose parents are politicians? Do you know how many people? But yet your parents have not even received salary. And you are at home on a strike, Asuu strike, your parents yet to receive salary. It's so sad. It's really, really terrible. How much can we say? How much can we say with regard to the problem of the nation? How much can we say? Open your eyes very clearly. Otherwise, this is just the beginning of the suffering. This is just the beginning of the suffering, and it's seriously looming. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, it is seriously looming. If you sit down very well to think twice, you will understand that the problem of this country increases on a regular basis. It's never decreased. You know how much foodstuffs are now? To buy a cup of rice now, do you know how much that is? To buy a bag of cement, do you know how much that is? To buy an egg, do you know how much that is? To buy a tin of milk, do you know how much that is? That is to tell you that there's more problems coming. Borders are closed. You know, farmers can no longer go to their farms because herdsmen have taken control of their farms. And you think everything is all right with you. No, it is not. It is not. Open your eyes. Open your eyes very, very well and believe and understand that this is not the way a normal human being should live. Until you are able to do that, it's going to get worse. Until you are able to do that, you stop collecting 5,000. Until you stop gathering around these people to vote for them, to collect 5,000 and sell your future, it's going to continue to get worse on a regular basis. Because you are the problems of the nation. You are your problems yourself. Election have come now. People have been gathering. People have been praying in Mecca. They've been visiting places because they want to contest. Places they've never visited before now. But because election is coming, they visited a lot of places with bags of money, distributing and dispersing money, 5,000, 2,000, 10,000 here and there, 10,000. The money that cannot cook a pot of soup for you, the money that cannot buy you a bag of rice. But they've taken your future. It's just that you are unable to draw the analysis yourself. When I give you something, I take something back from you. You think this politician likes you that much to give that amount of money for free? No, they don't. They give you that money to be able to take something from you. They give you the money. They've been doing it so they know your weaknesses. They make the situation of things tight in the country. So by the time they offer you 5,000, you jump at it. And by the time you jump at 10,000, they collect your vote. They make you to sign an undertaking one way or the other to say, okay, vote for him. Some people will even gather around the polling booth to say, okay, go and vote first, then come and meet me and collect 10,000 or 5,000. Then you run to the polling booth and go and vote the wrong person, somebody you are voting for just because of 5,000. And give me 2 hours after you've collected the 5,000, that's the end of it. It's the end of it. You are selling the future of your children. Let's assume you've already sold your own future. The future of your children, you are selling it as well. You're selling it. So what that means is that you have suffered. Now you want to transfer the suffering to your children. That's exactly what you are doing. That's exactly what you are doing. Their children are studying abroad. You are on strike. 3 months you're still sitting at home. There's nothing like strike in the United Kingdom. There is nothing like strike in the United States of America, France, Germany, wherever. There is nothing like strike action in there. There's nothing like that. But you are strike. You will. I mean, Asuu strike has been for more than 1 year before. For more than 1 year. This is yet 3 months. This one is even small. So you need to wake up. This is just a clarion call for you to understand that you are suffering. You are indeed suffering. You are also the problem of yourself. You are the problems of the nation. You are the problems of yourself, not the politicians. It is one thing for somebody to offer me 5,000. It's another thing for me to say, okay, I don't want or I want. Do you understand? So in as much as you collect the 5,000 for your vote, you are the problem of yourself. Whether you like it or not, you are the problem of yourself. Nobody is your problem. Nobody is your problem. If you gather together to vote somebody out or to vote for a different person, who is going to, I mean, it's your right. Your vote is your right. Fundamental human right. If you gather together to say, okay, we are voting out this person or we are voting for this person, who is going to arrest you for that? But because of 5,000, 10,000, some of you are even lucky to get it. Will be lucky to get the 5,000. Some of you, they will promise you vote and come and collect the money. As soon as you vote, you don't get the money. Because they know your weaknesses. Is it the way the country should be? Is it the way how a country should be? Is it how a country should be? No light, no water supply, no electricity, no good roads, no security, health is zero, worker salary is not paid, no employment. Huh? Our fathers work for 35, 40 years, no pensions, don't get their pension arrears. Tell me exactly what works. The money that they're supposed to use to do all of these things I've mentioned is the money they use to send their kids abroad to study. It's the money they use to send their kids abroad, and they live lavish lives. They collect cumbersome, huge salaries on a regular basis, but you are not, you are just blind. I can tell you the salary of the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Prime Minister of England, UK Prime Minister, I can tell you his salary, monthly salary. You'll be sorry, you'll be shocked. And they do the job very well. People are enjoying everything. It's so sad and terrible. Or you need to open your eyes. It's going to get worse until you open your eyes. Every one of you, each and every one of you, need to open your eyes. Until you are able to do that, it's going to get worse. Because another government is going to come there. There are 100 million that they used to buy the nomination from. They will first of all take it from the treasury. You know how much the country is owing now? The country is owing over 15 trillion. 50 what? Trillion. So when I did my statistics, I divided that by the 214 million people in the country. Each person will pay nothing less than 285,000 naira. I'm telling you, do you know how much the exchange rate is? The exchange rate at the moment on the black market is about 7.75. And if it's just in the real market, maybe about 6 something or so, and dollar a little bit less than that. Don't wait the days when you change pounds, a pound for 250, 1 pound to 250 naira or 220 naira. But now a pound in the black market, which everybody does, is 778. 778, and it goes up on a regular basis. It's been on the 700 and something for a very long time, never came down. Terrible situation. Open your eyes. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this. We are very particular about what goes on in the country, Nigeria. We talk more about the relationship as well. People whose homes are broken, who are finding difficulties with their marriages and stuff. We talk more about that as well. If this is what you are looking for, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this channel? Open all notifications so that you'll be notified each time I drop a new clip. And until next time when I'll be seeing you, enjoy the rest of your day and bye for now.